Okay, so update on just where have I been. I've been very absent from everything. I haven't done my podcast. I haven't posted anything, and life has just lifed, and I'm finally getting coming up for air. In February, which I think was my last post, my cat got diagnosed with stage 2 kidney disease, and that kind of just started another snowball. I had just recovered from a snowball of stuff. Last May, my dog had died, also kidney disease. My father died of pancreatic cancer, and had kidney failure. So me and the kidneys were fighting here. And that just made everything overwhelming. And then things calmed down, and then my cat got sick, and that required special food and special medication. And, we got another 7 months with her, which was great. Then I just really struggled keeping up with work and my son being in school, and we've struggled with childcare a little bit, and it was overwhelming. And then my job started getting really difficult. We had this whole restructure, and a lot of my coworkers left, and the job became so overwhelming and so difficult. And then in July, I was let go, and that was a blessing. It sucks being fired. I knew it was coming, so I was prepared. I'd seen the signs. I've seen my other coworkers get fired, so I knew. But it was one of those things where I was so miserable, but I wouldn't have quit because of the work I was doing. I was a case manager. And my husband's like, look for a new job, look for a new job, look for a new job. On me, on me. I'm like, I'm going to wait till September. Let me get through the summer. And they let me go. But that worked out. I was able to be home with my daughter. So my kids were home more. I didn't have to worry about childcare, juggling anything. When daycare's, I just didn't have to worry about any of it. Money's gotten a little tight. That's okay. It's going to happen. And I was like, all right, I'm going to start. This is it, right? God's telling me that to start writing and to start doing all these things and, write about Gilmore Girls and write about my family and everything. But I had a lot of stuff to take care of. The universe was like, you are overwhelmed. Because in June, shortly before I was fired, a tornado touched down a couple miles from my house, so we were sheltering in the basement. And my neighbor was like, hey, how's your basement doing? Is it dry? I'm like, oh, let me go check. Water, like that was in the finished part. I'm going back. Water was just spraying out of my wall. And I was like, oh, this is not good. This is really not good. I'm in the basement with my toddler, my dog, my cats, and just watching, and I touch the wall and I'd like almost like you hit an artery, right? And you touch it, it would squirt out more water. And so I immediately got a foundation company on the phone, and I realized that my sump pump wasn't draining correctly, and I'm just like, all this stuff I had to take care of. So I don't know that I would have been able to handle my caseload, summer vacation, vacations, all of that, and take care of the basement. Then also during this, my AC broke, so I had to handle that. Then we go on vacation, and I come back, and now my toilet's broken and spraying water. Also, my camper's leaking. Would stuff just stop leaking? It's all breaking and leaking. And I don't know that I could have mentally handled all this while doing that job. So, a lot of it, it was just the right timing, if that makes sense. And I've been trying to work on how, projects around the house, all the things I've started, I haven't been able to finish. But it's very difficult at home with 2 children. I was not really meant to be a stay-at-home mom. I've been exhausted. The house is somewhat messier, and I've just been on the go. We go to the zoo, we go to the nature center, we go to the park, we go to the beach, we're just doing things. So now school has started, right? Go through that, school has started. My little one will start preschool next week. That was a lot to go into that. And now I feel like, okay, I got it. I'll be home next week with no kids. I'm going to clean out the garage, and I'm going to work on my writing. And unfortunately, my cat that got diagnosed with kidney disease in February passed away today, which I mentioned in a previous post. And that was sad, but it was time. it was, I don't want to say relief, but she was suffering and she was miserable. And I'm just glad she's not going through that anymore. It was terrible to watch. But my kids got to say goodbye. We got to say goodbye. And again, I didn't have to deal with that while working. Though my old job did give us a day of bereavement for pets, which was awesome. Every job should be doing that. A bereavement day for losing your pet. Because that's just another stressor on your life. And we have all senior animals. I have a 14-year-old cat and a 13-year-old dog still left. So it's going to be rough for the next few years. But other than that, I'm, like I said in my other video, I'm going to read my fan fiction, and I'll take a video and I'll post it. I don't know how to edit or do any of that fancy stuff yet. I don't know. I've got that in me. And then I want to start on my A Year in the Life rewrite. I bought these big giant notepads so I can put notes on because I need to write things down. I do put things like, I've got keep notes and stuff, but it's not the same. I'm an elder millennial. What do they call us? Zennials or something? And I need to write it down. And I'm going to pick up on the podcast. Thank goodness it's Friday. Or thank Gilmore it's Friday. God, I forgot my own godparent's name. Oh, I've only had 2 cups of coffee today, and that's not a lot. A lot's happened in my brain, but thank Gilmore it's Friday. I'm going to pick up on that. And I'm going to start the rewatch because it's September. So I'm going to start the rewatch for Gilmore Girls and see where I want to go. I know there's a lot of podcasts where they talk about Gilmore Girls, like they watch it and talk about it, and Scott does too. So I don't know if I'm going to do that. Right now I'm going to finish up talking about characters. Emily's my freaking favorite. She's the best. And the worst, but the best. And it's probably just because Kelly Bishop's amazing. How Lorelai drives me crazy. How Rory is a brat. And how Rory would be nothing without Paris. We all know that Paris is the OG, man. And go from there. And my next steps is going to be, hopefully that'll get me in the mind to start writing about writing my realistic nonfiction. So I'm excited about that. Maybe I can hopefully start that October, November. Either of those would be good months. And we'll see. So there'll be more for me, I promise. Sorry for the boring video. Not super entertaining. But that is just where things are. Life is gonna life. And we just take it one day at a time. And we get through it the best we can. Just make sure you have good people around you. Lean on your friends. Lean on your family. Have a support system. This is just being an adult in your 30s. Okay, bye.